It is 7 o'clock. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, noting the absence of Mr. Herman for personal reasons. We're going to get right to our special guests tonight, so that way you guys can enjoy the rest of your evening, unless you want to stay and watch the process in action, of course. We'll start with Mr. Meyer introducing for the golf kids. Mr. Agnew, awesome.
Got it, okay. All right, if I could have the golf boys stand up here real quick. I know you want to sit there and all, but let's get a chance to be able to honor you guys here real quick. Boys golf this season, record-setting year. These six, and along with a couple of others, match record 12-0, 5 tournament wins, which is the most that we've had in quite some time. IHSA regional tournament winners, 8th time in 11 years. Sectional winner, first time as a team for Beecher High School to go down state. This is the biggest, basically the most consistent team that we've seen. State qualifiers, 3rd time in 7 years that we've qualified. We finished 9th in state this year, 8th by score. 3 players within the top, or excuse me, yes, 3 players within the top 60. And when we look at this team, we have no seniors on it, just a couple juniors, so we've got some depth and some years to come. So real quick, I want to be able to introduce Vinny Masson, Jackson Reese, Andrew Herring, Jack Hayhurst, Grant, I'm going to call him his brother, and I do it all the time. It's Jake, not Cody, sorry, Grandisy, and Brandon Moffett. All right, and these guys are my bad, Grandisy, I do it to you all the time.
Thank you so much, guys, for representing Beecher and making us all proud. You guys did a really great job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Dr. Kwasny.
Okay. We have a couple of different groups, a little group and an individual to recognize tonight. First, I would like Peyton Seraphin to stand up. Peyton won the ISA sectional golf tournament, which made him the first junior high student at Beecher to ever win sectionals. That was an amazing accomplishment. He also advanced to the state finals where he shot a 77 and finished 12th. Wow. And we just want to congratulate you, Peyton, on an awesome job, and we look forward to your accomplishments in high school.
Great job, Peyton.
We have the girls softball team. Stand on up, girls. I'm sure everybody in the room already knows. This incredible team had a perfect season. They had a 25-0 record. They won regionals, sectionals, and then won the state championship over Metamora, excuse me. And they crushed their opponents with a final score between all 3 games of 51-1. Wow. Starting to feel bad for you. Not that bad. Okay, so they did an awesome job. We're so proud of them, their hard work, their accomplishments throughout the season. Congratulations to the entire team. Congratulations to the coaches. And at this time, I'm going to pass it off to Coach Hayhurst and Coach Pappas.
All right. We did have that perfect season. We won a few championships along the way. This is the first time that my team's gone all the way through 25-0. It's very, very tough to do, of course, but this is the first team that did that, and expectations will be high in high school. So make sure you understand that. Also, throughout the season, all the support that we got from the community and from Superintendent Dr. Mayhem and Principal Dr. Kwasny and their AD, Mr. Du Bois, they're always there for us. Or if we needed something, there's a lot of little things that go on that we needed to have done, and they were always there for us, and we're very happy to be a part of this experience for these kids. It's something that they'll always remember. And most importantly, the parents were great. I never hear from them. I don't know if I'm not approachable. Yeah, just kind of leave me alone, but I guess when they win all the time, there's not much to talk about. And, I said, you know, you should get the shirt that says 25 and only, enough said, and that's all they needed to know. That they were there, they brought them on time, we got a lot of road games and different things going on, and they brought in with us, especially with the thing that's going around, the COVID stuff. And that's there's the only way that anything can happen to this game, but it gets shut down. So we were very, very, very careful with all the things that were going on, and all the policies, putting the mask on in the bus, and doing all the things that they needed to do to stay healthy, and they did that. So they displayed it on the field. It was the same thing. I didn't know what to do. It was I kept moving my arm around, and I asked the guy in the dugout, I said, do you want me to lead off the base early to make it out for you? He says, no, we'll get you out sooner or later. And it was later that they got us out. In the meantime, you know, I've never seen anything like that. 51 runs that they went across the plate, and I wasn't trying to run the score up or anything. But so next year, you sixth graders coming up, you're going to have to meet some teams that might be angry at us. That's okay. So we'd like to recognize the individuals tonight that made this possible. We've got a lot of people that have got some things going on tonight that aren't here. So I'm just going to read everybody's name. If you are here, come back here and get yourself your championship T-shirt. Okay, you have a T-shirt coming tonight, and you come back and get that. The other kids will get theirs tomorrow. We'll get those guys squared away. First, we'll start off by sixth graders. It's an unusual season. 10 sixth graders, 10 eighth graders. Seventh graders, I don't know where they're at. They're in another sport somewhere. Okay, first of all, let's start off with McKenna Albert. We always let her get off the bus first to intimidate the other team. Then the next person that we had, we do have some, is Madison Smith here tonight? Okay, Madison. Okay, third person, Emma Henderson. Allie Johnson. Carmela Irwin. Ashley Lorenzati. Grace Weiss. Andy Grooms. Jenna Huskerson. Alex Schultz. I know they're home studying. Okay, the eighth graders start off with Ava Lorenzati, Taylor Norcus, Mackenzie Johnson, Tegan Klaus, Liliana Irwin, Victor, Alfie Coaches, Molly Vladica, That completes our roster, and thanks again for everything that you guys provide for us as student athletes here at Beecher. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much to the coaches for dedicating all your time that you have. We really, really appreciate you guys. This program would not be where it is without you guys. And to the kids, you guys are clearly incredible. So we're excited to keep watching you every year because we know you're not done. So congratulations for winning state and placing in state. Good job. Thank you. Thanks for coming, guys. We're proud of you.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, you're free to go. I mean, again, unless they want to see the democratic process. Civics lesson.
And it's under 15 minutes.
I know, right?
We are not contact tracing anywhere.
Right?
Yes.
Trust me, I know.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for coming.
No, it happened after Correct.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
All right. So back to business.
Coach, where's my shirt? What?
Right?
Come on.
How amazing are they, though? I mean, honestly, something huge to be proud of, that's for sure. All right, so I need a motion to approve budget hearing meeting minutes of September 13th, 2021, regular board meeting minutes of September 13th, 2021, facilities committee meeting minutes of October 6th, 2021. I need the motion.
So moved.
Second. Thank you.
Alt?
Yes.
Flores? Yes. Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
And Pappas?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the October 2021 expenses as presented.
So moved. Second.
Thank you.
Flores?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
And Daly?
Yeah.
Motion carried.
All right, Mr. Peters.
Alrighty, here we go. Super now account balance at First Community at the end of September was $728,617.07. Outstanding check balances totaled $51,885.86. September payroll carryover, $26,501.51, leaving the adjusted bank balance at $650,229.70. Lunch program balance was $188.14, and trust fund at $5,000. Total balance $655,417.84. The investments balance or total $12,328,744.70, leaving the balance in all accounts as of September 30th at $12,984,162.54. September receipts totaled $1,560,000, excuse me, $172.85. Expenses were $1,222,342.11. The individual fund balances, education fund, $3,956,258.76. Building fund, $2,347,483.33. Bond and interest, $1,361,928.66. Transportation fund, $1,874,625.62. IMRF, $184,198.66. Working cash, $2,567,607.93. Tort fund, $116,956.18, and life safety came in at $575,103.40. Interest earned for the month was $418.30. Just had a few distributions from the state. State aid, $211,932. Special ed orphanage, $104,146.26, and then a federal E-rate refund, total $14,007.53. And we received the 6th real estate distribution for $1,178,396.53.
Any questions for Mr. Peters?
No, I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
Thank you.
Second.
Who's taking that second?
Randy.
Okay.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Belt? Yes. Flores?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Alrighty. And for public comment, we have one turned in for Miss Carla Weissel.
Carla Weissel, Beecher, Illinois. Regarding the junior high school air conditioning, if people can hear the poor quality recording from the clandestine facilities and finance meetings, which were moved last minute on September 6, 2021, it was clear that the junior high school was not going to get air conditioning because it was determined that it was not necessary. I also got the impression from the facilities meeting on September 6, 2021, that it was going to be expensive, as the company indicated that it could be done in phases. And the junior high was not really set up for air conditioning, after all, due to budget cuts during the junior high school building construction. To me, this would upset the staff and parents at the junior high school and provide union issues for the staff if the elementary and the high school receive air conditioning, but the junior high school does not. However, Julie Pappas, the board president, was deceptive at the September 13, 2021 board meeting at 1 hour and 3 minutes into the recording when she stated that the junior high school air conditioning was, quote, not necessarily a whole lot of money, a whole lot more money. She continued on, not that we're not doing it, but right now we have to handle this before we start talking about that, unquote. Beecher 200U received quotes for only air conditioning at the elementary and high schools, decided on a company with large, ugly, vertical wall units for each room, requested the company's attendance at several meetings, were pressed to approve the project by the company before 200U's legal department thoroughly reviewed the contract, and then, only at the end of the last facilities meeting, was it that a board member stated, maybe we should take this to the finance committee, which finance committee members seem to have no financial expertise anyways. What happened to the list of priorities that the principal were supposed to supply, which member Mr. Mazurek requested? These were never discussed at a board meeting. Furthermore, since the beginning of member Mr. Hernandez's term, he has been requesting a comprehensive facilities plan, which still does not exist. Therefore, how does the board know that air conditioning, only 2 of the 3 buildings, is the most urgent and the highest facilities priorities? To be clear, if 200U gets air conditioning at the elementary and high school, there's roughly only $5.5 million left in reserves, which is less than 2 years of state funding that, when Mr. Herman was sitting on the board, the state of Illinois did not pay for 2 years in a row. Then, with $2 million in deficit spending annually, even that money is gone. You are broke. That is, there's no money left for any other substantial projects, including the junior high school air conditioning's mysterious cost, which was ruled out anyway at the September 6, 2021 facilities meeting, despite what Mrs. Pappas stated at the last regular board meeting. As I stated before, there's no strategic plan. But since there's no money left, what's the point of a strategic plan that you have no money to implement anymore?
Your time is up.
President, what did I request?
I don't know, there was a lot of untruths with that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and refer that all of our meeting minutes show all of the stuff that was just stated as untrue. So we're just gonna have to rely on the fact that we haven't done anything that would be untrue.
So you didn't request anything?
Well, I think you did.
Okay, what is it I
Remember
requested?
when you asked all the principals what they wanted, their wish list?
Oh, the wish
Yes,
list.
the wish list.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Do you still see that as something, even though we resolved that, or do you see that as something you're looking for? No.
That it was done, correct?
Okay.
It was provided, right, by the
Yeah.
principals? So,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Moving on to staff reports. Mr. Meyer?
You have my written report in front of you. Are there any questions that you have? I know you probably want to listen to Mr. Ogden way more than you want to listen to me. So any questions on anything in my report?
thank you for sending the email for parent-teacher conferences.
Yes, I was just a day late. Everybody
Okay.
else knows way better than I am. They got it figured out yesterday.
I was getting worried.
It took me till today. I apologize.
No, don't worry about it.
Thank you for doing the dance at my,
Yes.
Yeah, I heard it was
it
successful.
was wonderful.
I believe it was very successful. I think there was some panic in some staff's voices when they found out there were 200 and some people that were there. But I think it was good.
And we did, was there a spike?
It worked out perfect.
Yeah, it did.
That's huge.
Thank you for making that memory.
Did you dance?
I did not.
Oh,
I did not. Mr. Ogden did for me.
I believe that.
Well, of course.
And we're a week after, was there any kind of COVID spike that you saw at the high school? No outbreak or anything? Good job.
Awesome.
That you can still do that. But it's good that
But it has been a couple weeks, yes.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good
that
about
you could do something for the kids.
Well,
and
you're
it
within the
can, you know.
timeline, yeah.
No, and initially we were going to have it outside because that's what I was concerned about, because I'm concerned
It was
about-
perfect weather.
Well, all I hear is, I hate the mask, so let's have it outside, you don't have to wear the mask, we're all good. And they chose earlier in the week, we're gonna go inside, that's fine, that's.
Yeah,
you know,
and they kept them
I
on.
gave you options, that's
Yep.
fine.
Great.
Good.
I heard it was a good time, so
Good.
thank you.
You bet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Soccer's going for regionals on Saturday at 10.
Yep, well aware.
Okay.
And thank you for those
I'm sharing
updates.
that
Yep.
news.
It's
Yep.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
agree. I'll cross that off my report.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I stole
I told you you got left
Oh,
Come on, done.
Yes.
Anything else? That's very good, thank you.
No.
Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Acton, would you like to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about soccer.
It's on my list. I believe all of you should have a copy of, or was given a copy of my
Yep.
athletic report. There are some changes to be made to it. Soccer will be one of them I'll get to in a second. Volleyball, we finished the regular season against our division opponent for the second straight year, undefeated. So we'll be giving another round to volleyball, the coaching staff. They've done a great job. They were second at the BBCH Boilermaker Invite, second at the Mantino Invite. Teams that beat us like Timothy Christian, we know what we're facing, but we needed to face that type of competition. We will be having the round robin games for the RBC Conference. Tomorrow will be the first that we'll be hosting against Grant Park, 5 o'clock JV, 6 o'clock for varsity. On the 19th, we will then be hosting Gardner South Wilmington. And then, assuming that we will get hopefully both of those, we will be playing for the RBC Championship at Illinois Lutheran on the 21st. Then, because of IHSA seating, starting on the 26th at 5:30, our first round of the regionals will begin at Chicago Catalyst. So that would be, I had the address, I forgot to write it down. I believe it's 6727 South California in Chicago. So that is where we will be going for the first two rounds. So that should take us to the 26th, 28th, and then into November. So we got a pretty good run there that's possible along that line. Moving to soccer real quick, we finished third at the Rivals Cup. Current season, as of when I wrote this to you, was 17-6, 7-2 in conference play. Regionals began with a 3-0 victory already. Our opponent will be Moments for Saturday. We are not sure where the game is going to take place, so please be paying attention. Reed Custer's fields are pretty soaked. Ours, I'm hesitant to bring us here with the work that we've just done on it, so it may end up meaning that we will have to go and use Moments' fields. I will let everybody know ASAP once we have things set. Not exactly the best setup, but it may be what we have to do along that line. Cross country, girls got first at the Herscher Invite. Both teams are prepping up for regionals. That begins October 23rd at Kankakee Community College. Golf, well, girls had a great sectional run. I don't want to forget about them. I did forget to say about Coach Seraphin, Coach Schutema, Coach Madden. So worried about making sure we honored the kids. I don't want to forget the coaches, the hard work that they've put in. We've been really lucky at Beecher at having some great coaches. Basketball and cheer will both be beginning in November for girls and boys. Other sports, I've been taking a look at some things for wrestling, bass fishing, and other that has come up. Wrestling, we're going to have to take a look kind of as an intramural for a while and start taking a look at money. Singlets, mats, we would need everything, and so we're probably looking at startup costs to 10 to 20,000 plus looking at coaches depending on what goes on. Once I have more info, I'll bring that to you. Bass fishing, I've been talking to Grant Park about a co-op.
When is that season?
The season would have already begun.
It's fall.
We had a young man came to you guys, then came to me, which if he would have come to me a couple of months earlier, might have given me some leeway. I talked with IHSA Director Craig Anderson. He gave me a couple-week extension, but he said, you're not going to have the time because we don't have the mats, we don't have the singlets, we have nothing.
Oh, no, not the wrestling. I was asking
Which
for the
one?
fishing.
Fishing is looking at a co-op that's a spring. We've got plenty of time. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Years are getting bad.
Okay, I'm interested in the wrestling too. And I know after Jake came here and then talked to you. So it was too late, so you're gonna do like
When he
a,
came to me, I had 4 days to put something together.
yeah, that's a lot.
So
Yeah.
I've been in contact with the former coach when we did the co-op with Grant Park, Mr. McNally. He let me know that a lot of materials that they used to have are gone. So if we're going to think about this program, Mr. Farrar, I've talked with him, we're gonna see about getting him into coaching and getting that going. We just haven't finalized that. Right now, they said, think about intramurals and then build up and see what we can do. But we
Okay.
would need everything, mats, singlets,
Right.
all of it. So we'd have to take a look at the startup costs for that.
Yeah,
Grant Park is just gonna let me know, like I said, with bass fishing and what's
Okay.
going on, we're gonna have to see how that all comes in.
okay.
Just to further on with the wrestling, Officer Hanson of the Beach Police Department talked to me.
Officer who?
Officer Hanson.
Okay,
That he'd be possibly interested in the coaching, so if you ever want to reach out to him and talk to him, he was a wrestler in college and all that, and wrestled with many. so-
Okay, yeah, I can reach out. Right now, I'm looking at Mr. McNally and Mr. Farrar have talked about it, so we have 2 possibles, and then I can reach out to him and see what we
yeah.
can. Any new names
Good
helps to
connection.
get things going. If we're gonna start wrestling, it wouldn't start as a full-time sport if we can do until next year. Any other questions? Okay, anytime you guys need me, just give me a call. All right, good night.
Good night. Wait, so that target shooting thing?
Yes.
Sorry.
I left that on there as there's a lot to take a look at.
Yeah,
There's some liability issues that I can't give you answers for yet.
okay,
Moments and Gardner South Wilmington have a program. I meet with both their ADs November 2nd.
okay,
They've given me some stuff, and I wrote to the, let's see if I get this one right, Dr. Gaham, Illinois State High School Clay Target Association, League Association. They gave me an email to take a look at stuff, but we have a lot of things that we have to take a look at before that comes into any fruition.
would the students have to have a FOIA card first?
The students would not.
Okay.
The only ones that would be the coaches.
Okay.
The few questions that I could really answer for you now, obviously we cannot use any type of school transportation whatsoever. Everything, if we did, would take place in the beginning at Diamond Point.
Okay.
So I still am waiting for them to let us know what cost would be.
Okay,
Competitions would be Sunday evenings.
okay,
And as we go through, but whoever the coaches are would have some pretty expensive tests, and there are 3 separate for each that have to be passed before they would allow it to be a coaching candidate.
Wow.
So, but I have some documents to do, so I wasn't intentionally skipping. As I wrote on the bottom, there's a lot to discuss before
Okay.
I'm really ready to get that to you.
Okay.
And that would be a year, maybe 2 in the
Okay.
future, depending how we go.
no problem. All right, thank you so much.
Okay? All right. Have a good night.
You too. So I have Dr. Gaham as second. Would you like to go second?
Sure.
All right.
Absolutely. So, obviously you have my report. If there's anything specific within mine you want me to clarify for you, please let me know. But I kind of wanted to touch on a few things that have happened over the last few days, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. First off, Shawn Daly's memorial service presented by his mom. It's on Facebook, and I believe it was on the website back in September. That is coming up on the 23rd of October in Rosemont. I'm gonna have Paul repost it on our Facebook page and our main page again. And I have an email going out to staff again tomorrow just to remind them if they want to attend it. It is a Saturday? Saturday?
Yes.
Sunday.
Great question.
Well, the 26th is Tuesday.
23rd.
23rd
The
is.
23rd would be.
Saturday.
Okay. So there's that, and so, well, like I said, I'll forward you guys the information. I talked to Angie, I talked to Lindsay. Again, COVID's a thing, it's around. Way back when, if you remember, we sent out a survey talking about shield testing and getting that whole saliva thing in here. The shield said, hey, it's a thing we want to do. Let's get it in all our schools. We signed up. They said, all right, fantastic. We're going to give you a month to figure everything out. October 11th, we'll get you something. Well, obviously, it's past October 11th, and we're still not doing it. So Angie had a meeting this morning with them and found out we're still on the waiting list. They are providing large schools the tests first because they obviously have a higher need. However, by the way, they assign them a third party, which doesn't cost that school anything. If a small school, i.e. Beecher, would like to pay a company to come out and do shield testing, they would be able to support us then. So they want the small schools to pay for it, the big schools get off free. So at this time, we're still on the waiting list. We are still using the Binex now. We have now got some clarification from IDPH, and we are starting to test to stay students, which is the primary reason I wanted to bring Shield in here anyway, is to do that test to stay, because I want kids to stay in our schools as much as we can. So we're going to continue that route. And Angie, like I said, she works with IDPH and finds out who that really works for. So that's kind of where we're at right now, guys.
So they can test to stay, we're just not doing the weekly test.
Not yet, not for students. Staff still by mandate is doing it, and every staff has been phenomenal. They come in either Thursday morning or Friday morning, they do the Binex now. We have 116 new tests coming again tomorrow, so Will County's been great with that as well. So I'll be very happy. And then lastly, it's in my report, but I just want to make sure you all know, because I got my first follower today, Beecher 200U Soup.
Probably me.
It is here. We now have, I did create a Twitter page.
That's so good.
And the Twitter page is actually linked to a superintendent page on the website. So if I tweet something out, it actually pulls up on our website as well. So I've been trying to kind of make sure, now that I'm kind of in the groove of my day-to-day workings, we're kind of adding some more things to that. So I'll try.
I have not figured out the Twitter.
I don't tweet.
It works
I don't
good for me,
have it.
'cause
I don't have it.
It's less than
I have it,
140
but-
characters, so that's.
And that is the language of the students as well. I mean,
Oh, they're past
Facebook is
Twitter
for
now.
old people. It's
They're
fine.
past Twitters.
Yeah.
Are they past Twitters?
Snapchat, TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok.
They like the
Hey,
stuff that
yeah.
deletes when they send it.
Of course.
What about MySpace? No.
MySpace.
Oh, that's good.
And then, again, it's something we do every meeting now, policy 2250. We've had 0 FOIAs this month, and the 2 that were outstanding last meeting I referenced have been satisfied as well, so you're all caught up.
0 this month.
I'm glad you get to
Very
focus
good.
on everything else.
So we're good.
Nice.
Anything else for me?
I don't know.
Keep doing what you're doing.
I realized an oversight, you can say it.
Oh.
I had received an email, public comment, and I did not read it. And I don't know why, as you started talking, I thought of it. So Melanie Brennan-Stahl, I apologize. I'm reading her public comment now. Is that okay? Yes, okay. Just don't want to miss that. So Melanie Brennan-Stahl via email. She is from Beecher. I am not able to make tonight's meeting, but I have some concern over the $6 million price tag attached to adding air conditioning to our elementary and high schools. I understand that it was hot and miserable at the beginning of the school year, and in a perfect world, all our schools would be climate controlled year-round to the comfort of our students and staff. But we know that the world is far from perfect, and money is what makes it go round. That being said, I am questioning whether this is the best use of our district funds. Has the board really considered other more cost-effective options? What about shifting the school calendar and starting in September and getting out in June? Typically, August is much warmer than the beginning of June. Or what about starting at 7 a.m. instead of 8 a.m. to get kids in during the cooler part of the day during the first couple weeks of school? Or do afternoon lessons remotely on days where it's too hot in the classroom? COVID mask mandates exacerbated the high temperature inside our classrooms this year. Let's hope that's not the case next year. I am concerned that we are already operating in a deficit, using $6 million to pay for air conditioning that's needed maybe a dozen days a year is not fiscally responsible. What happens when we have no money left in the bank? Is our school board going to ask for more money from us taxpayers and hope that we vote for a tax levy? Or are we going to go the way of other schools and be forced to cut teachers, staff, extracurricular activities, arts, physical education, and the like from our schools? We moved to Beecher for the school district. We don't plan on going anywhere. Please consider what our district's future may hold if this board isn't responsible with our money now. Thank you. All that I would like to say with that is that all of this will be discussed further. We are still in the discussion point, and I also invited her to listen or attend the finance meeting where things like this will be addressed. And a lot of this we've also talked about when it comes to the calendar year and things like that.
But AC isn't just for the heat, it's for the air quality.
It's air
of COVID.
quality
That's
as
the
well.
big
Yes,
thing, is
air
the
quality.
mold, mildew, and air quality.
Health for the kids. There's a number of different, issues. But I do appreciate, comments so that we can make sure that we're discussing everything in its entirety, because this is not taken lightly. Okay. Moving on to Mrs. Black. Hello.
You guys all have my report in front of you. I don't know if anyone had any questions on that.
I just have a question about, I saw the letter that went out about the drop-off and pickup, and then you had said that Officer Beck is usually their dismissal. Does Officer Beck do anything in the morning? Like, is he?
Sure, sometimes he's there in the morning as well.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that, we have our SRO that, if he can be there to help manage more and, the safety of the students.
Yep, he's there. I know he rotates between the 3 buildings in the morning and afternoon. So he doesn't have any set days, but he definitely is there. He's actually the one who brought that concern to my attention, because I'm not typically down by the crossing guard. I'm up by the school, so he's actually the one who brought that.
Okay, good.
I had a question too. We had some delay, for any programs or things that he was going to do because of COVID and stuff last year. Is there anything like that in the works, or that he's already doing at any of the schools?
Sure. So this school year, he has definitely made much more of a presence in the lunchroom. He's in our lunchrooms quite often. The kids love to see him there. Last year, we did have him start programming once a semester. He met with different grade levels on different programming. He and I went through a curriculum that Mrs. Compton had purchased. Kind of went through what lessons would be most appropriate for the grade levels, because some of them are kind of touchy issues to discuss. So he did already start some of that, but we definitely plan to continue incorporating that in the building this year.
With all due, to piggyback off that, this is third year of SRO, which I think is a great program. But what programs has he done? Has he been in the classroom, anything with our seniors for prom?
From my understanding, and I can't speak for sure, but from my understanding, I know that he's part of the driver education programs.
He's helped with our bus evacuations as well. We talked about that.
And I know at the junior high, he was involved in some of the health classrooms and drug education and things like that.
He's been to our dance, he's been to games, he's, again, like what Mrs. Black said as well. He'll come here, he may be in the drive in the morning and then help in whatever, junior high in the afternoon. So there is no set schedule. He communicates with us, but we also like the fact that he helps with our lunches. He's done a nice job for us.
Okay.
I've seen him do more this year than I have in the past.
Okay.
I would say that's a definite statement.
Okay. So, throughout the week, he spends time equally at 3 schools, would you say, or?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
right.
know when he's at my building.
Yes.
Right.
But I would say, yes, his time is definitely, I would assume so.
Okay,
Right.
so.
He's there at the beginning of the day, end of the day, middle of the day, all throughout.
So dismissals, health classes, certain
Lunches, driver's ed.
lessons, driver's ed, bus
Yeah,
evacuation.
he's done
Okay,
grade level lessons with my grade levels.
great, okay.
Yep.
All right. Anybody else have questions for Mrs. Black?
Right. The only other thing is, if you guys didn't see, if anyone would like to come to Parent University tomorrow night, we have that in our building. So,
What time is that?
that is from 5 to 6:30.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. Kwasny?
So the only thing, you have my report, and feel free to ask me questions if you have them. The only thing I wanted to mention is, with all the recognition of the amazing student athletes tonight, I just wanted to make sure that I put a plug out there for the band and choral concert that's going to be next Thursday at the high school. It'll be at 7 o'clock. They haven't had a concert in a couple of years, so I just wanted to make sure I communicated that, because we want to celebrate the arts as well. Did anybody have any questions in regards to the report?
I saw it, was it in here too for the coding? The
Yes,
announcements, is that going through?
Yes.
You made very many kids, including my son, as you know. he is so excited.
Oh, I'm so excited because he was the one, that
Yes,
brought it up.
yes.
And I thought that was really cool because we always want to have clubs based on student interest.
Right.
So at first there wasn't a lot of interest, and then all of a sudden it blew up. We have 20-some kids who are all interested in all grade levels.
That's awesome.
So I'm very excited. The teacher's very excited too.
That's awesome. And it really gave me a time to use some teachable moments with my son when he referred to you as, hey, Kwasny. So apologize for that. We're like, but still, he was so nervous to say something, and it just shows that you're listening, and they're so excited.
Oh,
so
good.
thank you for
I'm
doing
glad.
that.
And I'm glad that he, advocated for us that he wanted, and he didn't
Yeah.
stop. He kind of kept touching base.
Yeah. He can be persistent. We talked about that as well.
And that was great because
Yeah.
some kids communicate better over email. They
Yes.
express themselves, and
Yes.
he's one who prefers that, where
Yeah.
people catch him in the hallway.
Right.
So that's great that
Yeah.
he was willing to email me because
Yeah.
a lot of the kids aren't.
Right. Okay, good. Well, thank you again.
Sure, no problem.
You said the concert's next Thursday, but in your report, it's actually the 28th.
Oh, the 28th.
2 weeks.
It is the 28th.
2 weeks
I'm
from now.
sorry.
Okay, no
So
problem.
I'm off a week. It
Okay,
is
so I'm like, they
28th
usually have it all
and
together. I was like,
Thank you for pointing that out.
Oh, you're
I
welcome.
apologize. The 28th.
okay.
Mr. Meyer, you've never made that mistake in the 3 years I've known you, so.
Oh, that's good.
We're just
She makes
regular
mistakes, I'm
old
good with that. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still getting the digs in.
It's all good. You get along very well. Great.
Awesome. Awesome. Any questions for Dr. Kwasny? No. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to move on to the committee reports. So would you be more comfortable explaining where we're at with the HVAC
Sure.
process? Would you mind?
Want to default to me or more than welcome to.
Okay.
So we had the committee meeting, and like it was said before, they're going to finance. Currently, GRP did provide a contract to me that I did forward along to Izzo and Associates, and that has been taken over by Graham, let me say his name, Graham something, Quinn. So he's been working with Scott in going through that contract, so as they have questions, they provide me questions, but in reality, our lawyers are making sure that they're not trying to sneak anything by us. And I reiterated to both our law firm and to GRP that I'm in no rush to get this done tonight. They were trying to get it done for tonight. I said, no, I said it's going through finance and everything like that. So one of the things I've started to do is look at the current finances, the current savings we have, and then if we're going to pay for $5.8+ million, what funds those would be pulled from, still leaving us with enough in those reserves to help us if something happens. I don't have those numbers yet. I've just, like I said, just started doing that, but you guys are going to get that from me on Monday. And again, I've heard it a couple times, just want to reiterate to everybody, HVAC is not necessarily AC. It's a subset of it, but it includes boilers, it includes ventilation, things like that.
And electrical now.
Yeah, so I'm not, I just want to make sure everybody knows when we talk about these projects, if it was simply just throwing an air conditioner on a roof and we're paying $6 million for that, that'd be a no-go. So that's kind of where we're at. We want to make sure that we do it right. We're not in any kind of rush.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of where we're at with the HVAC.
Yep, I appreciate that. And the junior high was brought up. We are by no means dismissing the junior high project. We realize that due to the current state of the HVAC at the junior high, it is going to be a different involved project than Precision thought it would be. And because of that, while we're not dismissing it, we have to, if we're going to move forward with the other part of it, we're going to continue with the junior high after, or not after it's done, but after we secure contracts, if we're going to, for the rest of the schools, because if we're going to do that, we need to order the part soon. And the junior high will come for their upgrades, but that is a different discussion now because of some changes that need to be made.
Am I correct that that building is fitted?
So it's fitted, but there are some complicated things where there isn't insulation around the pipes. That's why they've had problems with leaking and stuff. And if you don't rectify that, there's going to be issues when you put AC in it because the leaking will be worse then. Is that good?
Kind of. Yeah, so when the AC was cut from the project, they also cut the things that you would do to get it prepared for AC. Primarily drains within walls that for condensation, when it occurs, you can drain appropriately. But they didn't put drains in because you don't have AC. That's one of the things I found out. There is no insulation on pipes within there, so they would condense. I'm not sure leaking is the right word, but they would create moisture within walls. So it's not as easy as we thought it was going to be, where they just literally can put a unit on and continue running the water through it. There's more involved to it than that.
Yes.
We found that out when the other companies started going through the process and working with some of our local contractors.
And again, all of these conversations, I invite everyone, public, everybody to listen, especially when we're in the committees, because that's where we can do a lot of discussion. And there's some major stuff that needs to go on with those boilers really soon, or else Mike Stanola might, I don't know, walk off the job, no. But we need, he's been so patient with those, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to start there. Then also for the elementary school bathroom, we have some good news there. Dr. Gaham.
So Doug Bright Architects are the ones that the LBD provided us the information for. They did the specs, they did the drawings. They came back and they'll do the bidding end of October, early November. They're hoping to have some bids provided to us, and then on December's board meeting we can look at those numbers. We did apply for the small school grant. I did check in with Dr. Walsh from ROE. He did get our grant application. I'm not saying we got it, but it's state funded. So they will be matching $50,000 of that. So it's after you pay the architects everything, it turns out to be $118,000. So it's actually going to be a $60,000 project for us to put 2 bathrooms into our elementary for kids. And the kids that are getting serviced are the kids that need to have a bathroom there instead of having to walk. You know, sometimes it takes up to 5 minutes to get them individual down there and things like that. So it's as we move forward, it is one of those things that it's going to be really good for our kids.
And I mean, if you want to go ahead and take care of the
And then
engineering services now.
in your board packet, you'll see the third and final phase, which of the abatement. So Ideal, again, their services are the $30,000. That's what you're approving tonight, is the $30,000 part of it. The $115,000 is their proposed costs. And again, they're hoping it's going to be a lot less than that. If you remember last year, the proposed cost was around $170,000, and it actually came back $99,000 plus some additions to it, but still about $50,000 under where they thought the abatement part was going to be. If you remember, they're only going to be doing floors. They don't have to do anything with ceilings this time. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it comes in far below the $115,000. But it's the final phase, and we will no longer have any asbestos in our floors and our ceilings, which is part of the 10-year plan,
Awesome.
10-year life safety thing.
Yes. Any questions from you guys on that? No? Okay. All right, then we're gonna move into new business.
Oh wait, you didn't mention that there's no sound for the HVAC. Remember we watched the video? They don't make any
I know,
sound.
and I hope that we could, I said that in my president's update as well. We, at the facility meeting, we were able to, we asked for video of the actual unit. We asked for a lot of pictures and everything, what this was gonna look like. For the actual unit, I mean, there's literally no sound. It was pretty amazing. And
That fan's making more noise than we heard on the
yes,
camera.
yes. I was also hoping that maybe if there's some way we can, have that do a revisit at the finance meeting as well, just for anybody who haven't seen that. If you guys want to see that request, you can see that. But the way that you can use these units was also very impressive. Teachers can put things around it, except for was it the return or on the bottom?
Yeah.
On one side, but if you could have a desk that's in front of it, so that's open, and teachers love to use every square inch of their spaces, and they absolutely could, and teachers are able to hang stuff on it and everything, so it wasn't, just not usable space as well. So that was very interesting to say,
And
or to see.
not every room needs one.
Yes.
2 rooms per.
Every 2.
unit.
And the other thing that we did do, if you guys weren't there, or anybody else, one of the things that is a big issue on our life safety audit was the outdated electrical panels. And so we had requested at the last facilities meeting to get a quote for an upgrade of the rest of the panels for the high school and elementary school. And that, I feel, was a very feasible number. So I hope that we can move forward with that because, again, Mr. Stunula has to find all of these breakers from obsolete panels, and I just think that we need some safer options for the kids. So, yes, thank you for that. All right, so moving on, I need a motion to accept the resignation of junior high school assistant boys basketball coach, John Clark.
So,
Second.
Thank you.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Palmer.
Yes.
Pappas.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Missouri.
yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the resignation of Adam Schwarzentraub as high school basketball coach.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay, Palmer.
Yes.
Pappas.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
And Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the employment of Jacob Pevion as junior high school assistant boys basketball coach.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Palmer.
Yes.
Pappas.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the employment of Becky Powell as food service personnel.
So moved.
Second.
Pappas.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
And Palmer.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the employment of Kelly Shine as food service personnel.
So moved.
Second.
Oh, go ahead, Ashley, you get it.
Okay, Belt.
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Palmer.
Yes.
Pappas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the employment of Lily Lapardo as high school art club sponsor.
Second.
Thank you.
Flores.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Palmer.
Yes.
Pappas.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the employment of Alexis Schultz as junior high school cheerleading sponsor.
So moved.
Second.
I'm sorry.
Juan had the second.
Missouri.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Herman. I'm sorry. Palmer.
Yes.
Pappas.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the Health Occupation Students of America Stipend Memorandum of Understanding as presented.
Before we get this, is this in addition to Bobcat Pride?
It's something separate. Bobcat
It
Pride
is-
is like I use that reference in my report to say that's the time that they spend with kids is equivalent to that. That's why that's the stipend I said.
Got it,
mentioned
okay.
that. No, this is for healthcare providers, the kids who want to be healthcare providers, it's kind of like an honor society for them. They did it last year as a voluntary,
Got it.
And so we have a precedent for it actually being a club.
Okay.
So moved.
There it is.
Second.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Palmer.
Yes.
Pappas.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the employment of Jenna Lake Becker as Health Occupation Students of America sponsor.
So moved.
Second.
Palmer.
Yes.
Pappas.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding between the Beecher Board of Education and Beecher Education Association regarding personal days as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Palmer.
Yes.
Pappas.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
And Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the Public Act 96-434 as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Pappas.
Yes.
Belt.
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
And Palmer.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to approve the Public Act 96-0266 as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Belt?
Yes.
Flores? Yes. Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Mr. Gaham, what are our dates for the snow removal? Where do we put
That's
it?
really hard to put.
I'm sorry.
Well, they gave us the bid yesterday, so.
I'm sorry.
The dates.
The dates for the action item on the snow removal bid. It was the
Action.
date, when was the bid due, I'm sorry? 12?
Let me,
It was on
Tuesday.
Tuesday at 10 a.m.
There you go.
oh, then I can open it.
So 11 October, 11th day of October as presented.
Okay, 11th.
That was when the bid opening was. They were the only ones to provide us a bid,
Of
and they did our services last year.
October.
12.
So 10.
12th day. The 11th is Monday.
Well, today's Wednesday. Oh.
So, wait,
10.
October 11th,
No, October 12th.
12th, it was
at 10
yesterday.
a.m.
12th,
21.
and then of October 12th from, who was the,
Lang.
thank you.
Okay.
I know I had it, I just didn't open it. Okay. I need a motion to approve the snow removal bid of October 12th from Ling as presented.
So,
Second.
I'm sorry, was that one?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Missouri?
yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to accept the Ideal Engineering Service, Phase 3, as presented.
So moved.
Oh, that's for the intergovernmental. Okay, we have Ron as a second? Yeah.
Okay, Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman? I'm sorry, say it again.
It's okay.
Palmer?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, does that mean, hold on, I put away my action.
There's no action item on F.
No
G-
actions.
G does have an action item. If you want to take care of G, then we'll wrap up with.
Sounds good.
if you're all right with
I
that.
need a motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement for fuel pumps as presented.
So,
Hernandez?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Missouri?
yes.
Motion carried.
So Senate Bill 1577 is the new legislation that went through. You probably saw it on the news. It's effective in January that students in the state of Illinois, starting in January, are going to be allowed 5 mental health days that do not count against their absenteeism. Currently, every one of our schools has this caveat exactly in its handbook, only we said we call it parent medically excused days. So what we're going to do moving forward is keep that in there, but we're going to change the parent medical excuse to parent SEL day or whatever the terminology we have to use from there. So it's already in our handbook, and then next month we'll have the staff give you a first reading and a second reading. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to match legislation by taking what we already do and actually making the verbiage there for it. So we're ahead of the game on that one. And this does, in ours, reset every semester, and I would assume this is going to be a semester-long thing, not a year-long thing. So next spring, they'll get their 5. The following fall, they'll start out with 5, and so on and so forth. That's my guess.
Health is definitely important.
Yep, yep.
Sure is.
And so, kid needs a day off, parent can call in and say, my kid's going to take a mental health day, and it's fine. It'll be marked that way. Along with that, I would like some guidance from you guys. I think I sent you all an email, I don't know, did I? About the emergency COVID days. So as we continue to move along the school year, and we're promised by people that vaccinations are working and things like that, I know for a fact we've had staff who are vaccinated who have gotten COVID. And so a lot of schools have started to look at, again, not giving carte blanche like we did last year, the federal government required, but still providing some kind of help. The norm I'm seeing is 5 days. So a lot of school districts are saying, I know you have to quarantine for 10 to 14, normally it's over a weekend. They give 5 emergency COVID days that aren't sick days. They're not rolled over. They're not compensated. They don't go to your TRS, but you're in a pandemic. We understand that you're our employee. We respect you, kind of thing. I want to know if you guys have any interest in me pursuing that with the union and talking to them if they have interest in that kind of understanding, or because right now they use sick days, which is what a lot of school districts started
If they're
doing.
testing positive, not like they had where we could stay home because our child was sick. And we
So
needed
what-
it would just be, they had to be positive.
Correct. So what, again, I would need you guys to give me the kind of the leverage to go about that, and then obviously I would, Mr. Herman's the policy chair. Once we kind of wrote something up, I would pass along to him and say, hey, this is kind of where the union's at. We have to have a negotiation meeting. We can. I'm sorry, not policy, negotiation. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, well,
That's-
Yeah, it's negotiation. I said the right person,
Policy, yeah.
wrong term.
Yeah.
But my thought actually would be, if I'm telling you as an employer you can't come in, that's what you use. So if you're positive, or if you're a close contact to one of our kids, yes. Where I would say I would not be comfortable as a superintendent would be, your kid is a close contact, so you have to stay home to babysit, well, be a parent, but you have to babysit your kid at home. To me, that's parenting. That's not COVID, that's parenting. That's where I guess I get a little bit, I'm the mean guy. My kids have been sick and I've had to stay home, or my wife stayed home. That's part of being a parent. But if your employer, us, are saying you cannot come to work, I think there needs, I feel a good faith effort could be put forth by
And like
us.
you said, it's not, I mean, it's half the time, because that time you're tempting, say, 10 days. And the staff, if they've been in close contact with the testing we're doing, can we test to stay them if they're not positive? Even, or do we not have enough? Like, I mean,
No, we can test to stay staff members, yes.
so we can do that, so it's really just if they're positive.
Yes, now there's some stipulations within the test to stay. It can't be like a lunchroom because it's unmasked. It has to be a mask. So if Mrs. Paulmeyer and I were sitting here and I happen to have COVID, I don't. But if I were to be COVID and she's within 3 feet of me, well, she could still test to stay because we're both masked.
Yeah.
Now, if we're sitting here without our masks on and breaking federal or state law, then she would be able to do that.
Okay.
I guess.
I am for moving forward with that, for a discussion with them.
Is anybody opposed before I'm not saying we're doing it, I'm just saying to open up a discussion.
5 days. Right, as long as it's for them. I know that other places and have policies like, that it's, oh, I just want a day off, I'm gonna
Right.
use a COVID day. So as long as
Yeah.
it's strictly, if they
Yeah, they
test
need a-
positive, or we are.
Positive test from,
Show proof.
yes, yeah, I would, I mean,
Am I wrong or am I right though, there's something in the federal, that like if they, is reimbursable by the federal government, some of this money? Or
Some of what?
some of this, like if COVID, if people are sick, that breakthrough cases and stuff like that, is there some on there?
Might have to look into that. But I'm not-
if you
Yeah.
find that, please let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be. All right. Okay,
I'll keep you guys in the loop, I promise.
thank you.
Through my Twitter page at Beecher Twitter.
Awesome.
I'll find it
Hashtag.
first.
Hashtag Poppy and Pride. I only got MySpace, so I won't be saying.
I did not hear of any reason for executive session tonight. So moving on, does anybody have anything under third? Okay. Items for November 8th, 2021 board meeting, please reach out. We will see. Anybody have anything immediate you want out there?
Do
Okay.
you want to
Well,
put
we have the
us,
finance meeting on the 18th.
Yep, just getting to that.
would you like to tentatively plan for a special board meeting if it can get done after the 18th? We can always cancel.
Absolutely.
It's just easier if we're all here to make a kind of a commitment to that.
Absolutely. So the finance meeting is Monday, October 18th at 4:30. And let's tentatively make a special board meeting in case it is needed. If not, then we will cancel. But it can be after the 18th.
What's the last week of October like? just in case, because we still don't have the contract back from the lawyer.
And we do not. Do we have the third-party thing done?
Oh, yeah, that's all done.
the lawyers
They were
and- no,
meeting
you
with
said
GRP
with the
again today,
grant.
so, yeah,
Okay.
they are 90%, 99% done with it. There's one, matter of fact, it's the one that Ms. Flores brought up, the stipulated savings. Our law firm doesn't like that they gave us an overall stipulated savings in that section, and they would like them to present a yearly document to us, and that's where they're at right now, so.
So what is everyone's availability on October 20th?
Good.
Anything after 5.
After 5? Okay, let's do 5 o'clock, October 20th. Is that good with Marla? No? You can't? Okay, that's fine.
Want to do Tuesday?
We could do
The
Tuesday.
19th?
I have an appointment. What about Thursday, now that we don't have the band and choral concert?
I will not be at work on Thursday the 21st.
Okay.
You don't need me, but,
Are you not here the whole day, Marla?
No, I just, the evening, I've got commitment, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Why don't you do it Monday, the 18th, immediately following?
We could roll in.
Okay, we can do just.
I would
Okay.
say wait a little while because there may be something when at that meeting.
Sure.
Okay,
Alright,
what
you're right,
about,
yeah.
I can do,
Yeah.
on the 19th, I can do 7.
What about
Is
like
that-
the 25th?
Is
I'm
that
just
when
thinking
you're
if things
gone,
come
Juan?
up at finance that
I'll be gone.
Jack's gonna have to get things or,
So Juan is gone the last week of October,
Yeah.
and I would like him to be there. So could we do 7 on the 19th?
I'd have to reschedule my dentist appointment.
I could even do 6.
Calling my dental appointment?
Because you're getting drunk.
Oh, you calling you guys for my dental appointment? I thought you
Right.
meant calling to my dentist.
6 or 7 on the 19th?
So the 20th is, Marla can't be here, right?
Right.
I can do minutes.
Thank you,
If
Dr.
Marla,
Gahan.
Marla, if you're comfortable with me doing minutes on the
Perfect.
20th
Oh, that's fine.
and take care of it for you.
Alrighty,
If something
If
changes,
that
I'll-
works for everybody, the
I'll be here,
20th.
yeah, okay.
7 o'clock on Sunday.
So 5 o'clock on the 20th. Yes, 5 o'clock on October 20th. Wonderful. We'll see if Larry is up and around by then. Okay.
And I'll have the first reading for the policy that you use.
Oh, great idea.
Oh, get that, yeah.
Get that on there as well.
That would be wonderful. All right, so having nothing else, I need a motion to adjourn.
So.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Who did the second?
Brandy.